So, have you ever thought about how dangerous it is just to drive down the road? We're going along at 55 miles an hour. You have cars coming from the other side at 55 miles an hour. And we're putting a lot of trust in that driver. Someone we don't even know coming the opposite direction, that they're going to keep going in their lane and not come across the line and hit us head on.
This is the Wizive Show.
A lot of times we put way too much trust in other things instead of putting our trust in what we should be putting our trust in, which is God. And I actually have Kristin on the show. He actually had devotions like a couple weeks ago about trust, and we're just going to talk a little bit about this trust, and we'll see what he has to say.
Okay, well, basically the point I was trying to make is, a lot of times we say we trust God. We know God, we should know God, we're Christians, we say we trust in God. But a lot of times we fall short with our actions speaking louder than our words, and actually maybe revealing that sometimes we don't actually trust Him as much as we claim we do, or think we do even. For instance, we spend so much time making money, earning money, working hard to earn money, and there's nothing wrong with earning money and making money and going to work and that sort of thing. But we spend so much time building our savings account or our retirement program or all kinds of things like that. And there again, not saying that those things are wrong, but do we have more trust in those things than what we do in actually God to take care of us? It's like when you're first learning to drive. You're not going to learn how to drive sitting in the car in your driveway. You're gonna, it's like saying, okay, I'm just gonna sit here, and I can control all the elements. I'm not moving, so I don't have to worry about hitting anything. Nothing's gonna hit me because I'm in my driveway. But we're not gonna learn how to drive because we're not out there doing it. And so many times we try to be so in control of everything, we don't want to live anything to God and let Him work in our lives.
Well, here's the thing that I see is we live in America, which is the land of dreams, and everything kind of goes the way we want it. We control our life. We decide what we want to do, and then we do it. And then in other countries, they have to trust God a lot more, it seems, because they might be in poverty and like deep
a lot
poverty.
More risk.
Yeah, and like Africa, some remote tribe in Africa, like that maybe they barely have any food. And they got to trust God for their food a lot more than we do, because we're like, well, we have money, we can always have money. And, well, the thing is, nothing is guaranteed, because America could go into the dumps in a couple of years, how the economy's going. So we can't trust in America to be able to live our life, our controlled life. We got to trust in God. That's kind of the big thing that I see.
It's not so much about what we do. Let me put it that way. It's not so much what we do. It's more our attitude behind what we do. It's like I said, seatbelt, preparing, all this other stuff. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But do we trust it more than what we trust God to take care of us?
Yeah, like I was in prison ministries like 2 weeks ago when I was down in Florida, and the thing of, when I went into prison, I couldn't rely on my own knowledge. I couldn't do that. I had to put my trust in God so that I could actually relate to people. And if I tried to do it myself, I have already tried to do it myself when I first started in prison ministries, and with my own knowledge and stuff, and it didn't work out. But as soon as I put my trust in God and let God make the things happen in the prison, He helped me to say the right things. Things came to my mind. I was talking with the prisoners that changed them, and it wasn't my own thing. It was just me being able to put my trust in God.
Yeah, and it's just like even just talking to someone about Jesus. A lot of times we don't, because we think, well, we're going to say the wrong thing.
Right.
Again, it comes back to the control thing. We want to make sure we have all the right answers for any question they might ask us. Well, that's impossible, because there's so many answers out there. And point, I believe God just wants us to go and do those things. We'll learn those things. Even if we fall flat on our face, we can learn from it. And next time we'll be more prepared for that sort of situation. We can't just go out and think that we can learn everything learn everything and then just go out and be an immediate success at something. A lot of times it's a growing process, and it's a process of allowing God, trusting in God to take care of us through that process.
So the main thing that we're trying to bring out here is that you need to put your trust in God in everything that you do, and not to rely on other circumstances that you can control, because what you can control can disappear at any time.
Exactly.
So that's my challenge to you today. That's what we want to challenge you with, is to be able to go out today and put your trust not in your vehicle, but put your trust in God, and trust in Him that He will bring you food and shelter, like it says in the Bible about the birds of the air, that God takes care of the birds of the air. How much more is He going to take care of you if you just trust in Him? All you got to do is trust in Him and have faith in Him. That's what it's all about. So that's my challenge for you. And as a question, I want to ask you this question: what is something that you can think of that you rely on your own? You trust in yourself instead of trusting in God, or you trust in something else instead of trusting in God. Like we brought out a couple things about trusting your car, trusting the person that's coming the other way. What are some things that you can think of off the top of your head that you trust in instead of God? Put it in the comment section below and let us know what you think.
Okay, guys, it's WizIve goal number 14, and that is to trust in God fully. And the verses that I have to go along with that is Proverbs 3:5-6. That is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. See, it's pretty simple. If we trust in ourselves more than what we trust in God, we will mess up. But if we totally lean on God and trust in God in the Lord with all of our heart, all of it, and then He will make our path straight. And that's a promise in Proverbs. So if you want to have a straighter path in life, then put your trust fully in Him. And everything that you do, no matter what it is, put your trust in God and believe that He can do it.
You know what time it is? It's the Biblical Joke of the Week time. And again, it will most likely be very lame.
Okay, guys. Here's the Biblical Joke of the Week, and it made me laugh like crazy. So here's how it goes. And actually, nobody submitted this, so I've just found it online. So I need your jokes. But here's how this one goes. A pastor decided to visit his church members one Saturday. At one particular house, it was clear to the pastor that someone was home, but nobody came to the door. The pastor knocked several times and finally took out his card and wrote on the back, Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and dine with him and he with me. The next day, the same card showed up in the collection plate. Below the pastor's message was another scripture passage. It read Genesis 3:10. I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. Sorry, I just can't help myself but laugh.
I need you to submit your favorite biblical joke so that I can have it on the show. You can either contact me through the wizive.com website, or you can create a video response to this video on YouTube.
So hey guys, this has been the WizIve Show. I want to thank you for watching. My name is Justin Miller, and I approve this message, and I'm out.
I belong.